compose. Today's video. Shh, shh. No. I have a PP. You are a PP. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on my thoughts on movies and stuff. Today's video is on Raya and the Lost Dragon, an Avatar: The Last Airbender bootleg from Disney. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. It's a bootleg. Okay, no, let's do this video, guys. Long ago, in the fantasy world of Kumandra, dragons and humans lived in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Okay, now serious, stop it. This joke is tired now. However, when sinister monsters known as the Droon threatened the land, the dragons sacrificed themselves in order to save all of humankind. Which, when you think about it, isn't necessarily true. They weren't trying to save humankind, they were trying to save everyone because the Droon were also turning the dragons into stone. This is a very biased synopsis. Now 500 years later, those same monsters have returned, and it's up to Raya to find the lost dragon and defeat them once more. Sorry I took that long. Normally the synopsis is not funny. But before I hand it over to the versions of me that seem to never leave their couch, why don't you go ahead and hit that big red button? Yeah, that's right, subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers and we're almost halfway there, so we really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends so that they can subscribe as well. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified about every time we upload. And if you want to show some further support, consider becoming a bro by becoming a patron. Patrons get early access, behind the scenes content, and all sorts of other perks. So why don't you go down to our Patreon and let us hold $1. All done subscribing? Great. On with the show. Raya and the Lost Dragon. Listen, there is a lot of accountability that goes unaccounted for in this movie. Accountability? Yeah, man, like how those goose-stepping fools from Fang brought about the end of the world. Ain't that the truth? And don't even get me started on Namaari. I already know what you're gonna say, man. She was just trying to do what was being asked of her. Don't be so hard on her. I just said, don't get me started on Namaari. We'll get to her. First, we gotta deal with Raya's dad. Chief Benja? What did he do wrong? Right from the beginning, I thought that telling a child the location of the dragon crystal of infinite magic that keeps all the baddies away would be a mistake, and boy was I right. He was just trying to teach his daughter. She is 12. Why is he trying to guard the crystal with child soldiers? Besides, instead of protecting it, she brought a complete stranger to the dragon crystal. She's not even a good guardian. You said it yourself. She was 12. She was just trying to make a new friend. You can't blame her. And I agree with you 100%. It's her dad's fault for putting her on the payroll. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, you're right. On another note, this movie taps into some energy which I've only seen on one of the greatest shows ever. Avatar: The Last Airbender, yes. But this movie was as close to a version of Game of Thrones as Disney could get. Game of Thrones? Nah, man, you're pushing it. Nations fighting over a symbol of power, a leader is betrayed at his own event, a daughter must watch her father die and has to run away to survive, and a supernatural threat is hot on everyone's ankles, yet nobody seems to care because they're too busy being self-absorbed with their own... Holy smokes, this is Game of Thrones! Yeah. The family-friendly Disney version, my friend. And this won't even be hard for you. Watch. I'm just gonna ask you, you're gonna be able to tell me in 2 seconds. Watch. Who reminded you the most of Cersei Lannister? Chief Verana, the ruler of Fang. The balls on that lady. I mean, did you see how she spoke about Sisu the dragon? She referred to Sisu as an object. She just wanted to make sure her people wouldn't be persecuted for what they did. But that's the problem. Not only did she admit that she was wrong, but she tried to selfishly capitalize on an apocalyptic event she created to try and expand her borders with the end goal of world domination. Chaos is a ladder. She's almost as bad as Eren Yeager in season 4. Don't compare her to Eren with the long hair. If the crystal was the coordinate, and Sisu was a member of the royal family with royal blood, then she got pretty close to Eren Yeager. You're breaking my mind, dude. Oh, hold your horses, bro. I saved the best for last. Remember our good old friend Namaari? She was just following orders, man. She was ordered to capture Sisu, not shoot her. And to make matters worse, that was her last chance at redemption. Her last chance. But what about when she did the thing with the crystal at the end? Far too late. What was she going to do? Run away? It was a matter of time. She did it because she had no choice, not because she wanted to. But she also liked dragons. It's dragons! Who doesn't love dragons? Besides, if Namaari loved dragons and Sisu as much as she said she did, then why, when Raya regifted the Sisu pendant, was it on the floor like seconds later? Raya literally picked it up off the floor after she had handed it to Namaari. Yeah, man, you're right. You're right. I tried. But Namaari does not deserve redemption. Oh, and Raya knew it. That's how we got to my favorite scene of the whole thing. Bruh. Hat down. Crystal in one hand, sword in the other. Whew. Even Boone was like, where's Raya? Oh, I'll tell you where. Slapping Namaari's edgy ass haircut so hard it would have changed sides permanently. The only thing missing was Duel of Fates at full blast. And listen, I'm not one for stereotypes, okay? But these Fang people really can't be trusted. If not because they'll stab you in the back, then because they're literally responsible for everything that went wrong in the movie. But Namaari had a point. Raya is just as much to... Yeah, I don't believe that. Good, I almost thought I had to remind you who pulled the trigger. And Tong tried to warn them. Yes, he did. You know what? Let's take a second to appreciate these supporting characters. I love them all. Boone, Tong, Noi, and the... monkeys? They are monkeys, right? It doesn't matter, they were amazing. Especially Noi, she was such a sweetheart. A con baby. Why didn't anybody tell me that Talon is based on Durban? I also really liked Sisu. You know how much I love Awkwafina. And I watched so much Deadly Class that I knew Tong was Benedict Wong before he even said anything. Great performance from Mr. Wong. Did you notice that they borrowed Sandra Oh from Invincible? Gosh, what a film. What a film. I know, right? Somehow gender-bent Naruto and Sasuke really works. Gender-bent, no ways, man. It was more like a very passionate, yet very toxic relationship. That's what I said, Naruto and Sasuke. But I don't know, guys, what do you think? Was Raya and the Lost Dragon the next best thing to come out of Disney, or would you rather go back to princesses who don't fight each other to the death? I think it was great. It's definitely something new from Disney. It's not really something they've done before, and it definitely worked. It's also not a musical, which is something Disney hasn't done in a long time. Instead of singing, we got some very well animated fight scenes, and that's not even a joke. There's a move that Raya uses on Namaari when they're kids, that she tries again when they're older, yet this time Namaari blocks it, and then she uses it on Raya even better than when she did it. Wow. That's an attention to detail that you don't even see in most live action movies. They go a little overboard with the exposition, and I know this because I was watching the film and I'm like, wow, this is just exposition. And then I looked at the time and I was like, the exact first 10 minutes of the film has just been exposition. And I thought that that was a waste because they went out of their ways to create this beautiful world that you really want to get to know. Yet instead of showing us, they just told us repeatedly, just kept yapping their gums at us, telling us what to see. I also think that the Droon is a little bit of a stupid name for their purple doomsday clouds. Doesn't really roll off the tongue. I also feel like Awkwafina's performance wasn't her best, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't do an excellent job. I can't picture Sisu being anyone but Awkwafina. And the film has some very powerful visuals. There's this one shot that really stuck with me. Everything's going pear-shaped. The purple doomsday clouds are turning everyone into stone. The world is practically ending. And Raya just got betrayed by Namaari. Everyone's looking for her. They turn around. What do they see? Raya's bag on the floor, the crystal shards sprawled all over the place next to the sheath of her father's sword. That single shot is a visual painting. That one shot had just summarized 6 years of Raya's anger towards Namaari, her vengeance. She didn't care about the crystals anymore. She didn't care about dragon magic. She had chosen violence. IMDb gave Raya and the Lost Dragon a 7.4, which I think is not enough. I feel like it could have at least been a 7.6. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it 95%, which I guess is well deserved, but also Rotten Tomatoes is very generous at times, so don't really know if you can trust them. I know I don't. I actually only put Rotten Tomatoes on here as a formality. That's not to say that it's not deserving of a 95%. I just don't trust the people who gave it 95%. All that being said, I'm going to give Raya and the Lost Dragon a well-deserved 4 out of 5. I actually almost gave it a 4.2, but then I was like, nah, it's a 4. It's a 4. But that's all from me, guys. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you absolutely detested this binturi of a video, give it an even bigger thumbs up. As I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified about every time we upload. And once you're done with that, head down to our Patreon and let us hold $1. I have absolutely no idea what the next video is going to be on. I don't know. Maybe let me know in the comments what you'd like to see a review on and we can compare notes. All I know is I will be here next Thursday with another video on my thoughts and stuff. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.